70s, Vinten floated on the London Stock Exchange. That must have marked a momentous achievement for your family.
Yes. Already said, my brother had rather lost interest. He was the other big shareholder, and stayed in London. Sisters were no longer in the company. There's a general feeling that it would be nice if they could have access to some money through their shares. And by far the best way of doing that, of course, was to go public. And ours had been enough for this to happen. So the chairman then, Mike Brown, he guided us through it, and it was a very successful flotation. Glitches, which he ironed over very skillfully. But no, in all, it was a great success.
Was this a large growth period for the company?
Yes, 70s were a very good time for the company. It's impressive how much we gained during those years. I think we took some pretty awful risks that perhaps these days would be frowned on by the city, but they worked, and we did very well. The other thing we did was, of course, we were seeing these equipment all over the world, move the manufacturing, Marconi, Pies and Fernseh in Germany, but we then started to set up a worldwide organisation. So that was a big step forward during that time.
The 90s saw even more expansion for the company, which led to the formation of the Vinten Group. Can you tell me more about the major developments that happened during this time?
I think by this time I was a bit out of touch with the television industry. It's 30 years since I was an operating cameraman. Obviously, because of the growth that was about to happen and had been happening, we knew people in the company. In getting Peter Wayne to join the company. He's a man who'd been in the television industry all his life and in the studio side. So I managed to get Richard, who's still with us, to join the company. And these two were a perfect team. The vision range, and that doubled the company's output within 2 years, and that went on for a number of years. So electronics were becoming very much part of the package as far as television was concerned, with remote control coming along quite fast. That really was something which I wasn't very good at. So I thought it was time for a change.
Well, it's a fantastic story. You must be proud to be a part of Vinten's history. What your father would say if he could see it all?
Yeah, good question. I think he would be astounded at the size of the group. Just that grew out of his Water Street workshop. But what really interests him is machine tools that you've got in every factory now. Computer-controlled machine tools which throw out the parts at an enormous rate. The thing about him was that he used to walk around the factory in the early days, because he was a great machinist, and say to a turner who was happily producing his parts, "Oh, and put speed up." "It's all right." "No, put the speed up." His father was never happy with the machine. It was producing blue smoke and it was going flat out. So that's what he would have loved. That, and of course the modern design techniques.
Thank you very much for your time, Bill. What do you think has been the main reason for Vinten's success over all these years?
There are 3 points that come to mind. Perhaps important was being able to forecast what your customer needed before he realised it, and having a prototype ready. So when he said, "Yeah, I could do with," you say, "Well, we've got one." I think was really got us going in the television world. Engineering excellence is another one. And I suppose we've never put before quality. We built what was right, and it was often double the price of the rivals, but we've always stuck to the fact that quality is the thing that will sell. 3.